Hi everyone, I'm Jim and this is the Stroke Life channel. Uh, this one I'm gonna shorten them down a little bit. The last one was a little bit long and nobody wants to listen to me ramble on for 20 minutes and also it takes a really long time to download it. So uh, this one is titled Oh My God, It Really Happened because we're always reminded by always having a stroke. The things that always remind me of them when I get in the oh my god, it really happened situations when I go into public or have to go to a store or a function, um, like when I'm in a hardware store and I'm looking at drywall or um, door screens and I'm going up and down the aisles and I'm like, well, I went to the store to get food and I didn't uh, turn around halfway there. I didn't, I got there and I'm looking around for things I don't even want. That's a, oh my God situation, oh my God, it really happened. That's things I'm reminded by, or I actually get to the store that that I wanted to land at in the first place and I get the food that I want and I get into, I have to pay for the things and I forget how to even pay for it. And it's an oh my God, it really happened situation. I can't. It seems like I'm on the spot all of a sudden for some reason, and I didn't hear how much to pay, and I hear all I hear is 25 and I'm so in a deep thought, and everything seems to be closed up, and I don't know what's going on around me. I don't see what's going on around me, and it's almost I don't really hear everything around me. Also, uh, so what I do now to get out of those, oh my God, it really happened situations, is I make a list, and what I do is I put my you know credit card or money always in this. I make a list and I put everything. I do a checklist and I always put one in one pocket and I check it off and I put it in the same pocket all the time so I know it's going to be there. Just so I'm not in the, oh my God, it really happened situations. If I do go to a store, I'm not good on my feet all the time, lightheaded. I'm not solid on my feet, so uh, always grab a cart. I grab a cart every time. Uh, Even if I don't need it, I have it, uh, and I'm using it, and just in case, because nobody's looking for me, and running into me, or if I have to run into something else, I'd rather run into a car with a cart instead of walking into one. Um, so I don't get in those, oh my God, it really happened, situation again, because we're always reminded of it, and it did happen. Uh, like I said, if we go to any out to any functions, oh, also at a store, a friend of mine who also had a stroke, he had a bad one. He actually had a blowout stroke, and he said he always uses a cane, and and just in case he even if he doesn't need one, people are looking out for him a little bit more, not running into him or anything because they're you know with something in his hand, which is it's pretty good, and all these things also are small victories also in those oh my God it really happened situations. So you're taking those oh my God it really happened situations and puts it into a these small victories also. Some of the things, when I'm in public, um, and I get into those, when I'm reminded, oh my God, I really had a stroke. Somebody comes up to me and starts talking to me. Hey, how you doing, Jim? And and talking to them, and I'm thinking to myself, who the hell is that guy? Like I don't know who it is. I just didn't recognize them, that my brain isn't clicking. Um, and then I walk away afterwards, and I'll be with my daughter, and my daughter will be like, Daddy, who is that? And I don't have a clue. And then a few minutes later, I remember, oh my God, somebody I've known, almost my whole life since we're in, first grade, 45 years, or I'm the guy that's all of a sudden waving, at somebody across the street or something, or across the field, or, if we're out somewhere, uh, or at a function at a field, and waving, think I know somebody, and they're looking at me now like, who the hell is that guy? Now I'm that guy, so what I do though in those situations to make it into a little bit more of a, those victories, what I do is uh, smaller times, frequency times in public. Uh, I do it a little bit smaller, again, because things will close up, and I don't, get very tired anyways when I'm in public. But um, I go out a little bit small, at shorter time. I don't spend out that much, or if I'm in a huge crowd, I get away from the crowd a little bit, and uh, so I don't end up I'm not in that situation for a long period of time. Um, Though that also, these little things also makes it a little bit more of the small victories, because it is something, oh my God, it really did happen. But since it did happen, uh, those little things, put them into the smaller victories, um, and you look at it over time, those little victories all of a sudden turn into a huge battle that you actually won. You won that battle. You got the victory, because this is the new real. This is the new real norm. And since it did happen, the whole thing with that, I'm saying it over and over again. I understand, because it really did happen, um, and but it's what you do with it. We all want to go back. We want to go back to where we were before. A lot of people do. A lot of people can, depending on the size of the stroke that you did have. Uh, but a lot of people, including me, there is no going back. It's just moving forward with it. So those are some of the situations and some of the things that do go on with a stroke that you try to overcome, and turn them into the little victories, and some of the little things that we're always reminded of it. Another thing, I go outside in a nice sunny day. To most people, it's a sunny, nice day. Me walking out there is like the sun is in my eyes, bright, because everything amplifies. With a lot of people, and a lot of people with a stroke, so it's blinding. And then all of a sudden, I going in the house looking for sunglasses, and because it actually hurts, and it's another situation. So my God, it really happened. This is what happens to me now. Those situations. The only thing, try to forget my sunglasses when I see it's a nice sunny day. Getting out there doing that, so I don't blind myself anymore, because it does suck. Some of the other situations, when you're in some of these situations, where you're reminded of it, that it really did happen. Sometimes you have to tell people when you're out, and if you're at a store, or you're confusing, or you're getting those situations. It sucks, and I hate it. I can't stand it. But sometimes I have to just say it. I have to say, tell people, sorry, I had a few strokes, or I had a stroke, and I don't always understand. I have to tell, if I'm paying for something and I'm confused and things aren't firing right for me, I have to say it. And I hate it, but overcoming, actually saying it also is a small victory also. Uh, you want to be like everybody else, but at the same time, you're kind of not, and you have to make those little victories when you can. And even these are small tasks, even, going out doing these things, now all of a sudden, these little things turn into big things, whether you're going out in public or it's little things around your house, moving around the house, walking, whether it's your arms or your legs are numb. If you had a hard time, before you could go out, maybe wash your car. Maybe now you're having a hard time, washing your car. Turn it into a small victory. Go out and do it. Maybe not do it perfect. Maybe it'll still look a little dirty. But instead of saying, oh my God, it really happened, oh my God, I can do it again. And it helps you move forward a little bit with that, with moving forward. So, but again, I said I'm not going to keep this too long because I tend to ramble, and I don't recognize that I do it. I don't realize I do it. Sorry. So I'm going to keep this one a little bit short. There's going to be another one that follow-up one. Like I said, if anybody gets anything out of this, great. I hope somebody get anything out of it. I know I ramble and I kind of all over the place with it. If anybody have any questions in the comments, you can scroll all the way down and leave a comment. Also, you can email me at jimbstrokelife at gmail.com. So it's jimbstrokelife@gmail.com. If you don't want to comment on there, you can email me if you have any questions on anything. Also, I said before that it's also the whole family. As we're saying, oh my God, it really happened, your husband, your wife, or your kids, they're saying the same thing, oh my God, it really happened, as they're watching it, and seeing everything unfold with us. So again, any comments, anybody, any questions, or if you want to share your story also, so other people can see, if you can hear other people's story a little bit, and they can hear other people's stories, and maybe they get a little different things from other people also. It might just help everybody with moving forward and having a little bit more of a normal life. And like I said in my first video, there is a lot of people out there. So here doing this, like I said, there will be another one. I'm going to keep this short, but it's looking like I keep talking again. So there will be another one, and we will see you soon. Thank you. Take care.